We wanted to make sure we got that last clip in there before we kind of roll on. Too much turkey, I guess. Whoa, he's a big one. Check. Alright, welcome back, y'all. So, last video, we were working on rolling the hind and getting him to kind of come out of the hole. And, yeah, we might finish again with that. But we wanted to work a little bit. On the last video, it didn't work out, just to warm him up. But when I'm back in my arcs, I want to first go by getting him soft. And if he's braced there at the beginning, I'm not in a rush. But when I reach for him, I want him to be reaching for me. I don't want him kind of leaning on my hand here. And when I release, I want to keep some rhythm. There, I want him drawing up under himself there. There, but be soft on my hand. Don't hang on my hand. Just like leading them. And then liven up as we come out of that hole. When you lead them, you shouldn't feel their nose the whole time. When they get stuck, you hold and release. But I would like to get some flow in here. There, like that almost. I can't. Want him off my hand just a little. There. He doesn't need to quite go so low, so I'm gonna. There's a little bit of flow. And as soon as I get that flow, I'll release. And when I liven up to go, I want him to get ready to go. When we sit down and stop, I want him to stop. He shouldn't push on my hands. When I reach for him, there's a little brace in there. His feet kind of come before the softening of the head. I'd like the mind to come first. Lena, get over here. There. And when I liven up, I want him to go. Lena. There. Good. And when I liven up, he's late. So we're going to go a little ways. So it's again, once the motor's going, like Einstein says, things in motion tend to stay in motion. It's the initial ask that I want him to get a little better. Doesn't mean that I might not work on him kind of coming off my hands from this forward position a little bit. Again, we rolled his hind there. I don't want him leaning on me here. I don't want him leaning on me off my leg. Might have to roll that hind again. See, he starts kind of rolling back. There, good. So that lesson from earlier still means something. Good. We'll get him soft, slow down, stop. Good. Now, when I reach for him, I'd like him to reach for me. And I want him off my hands. Even though he's a little overflexed, I want him light at his feet. I don't want to have to feel his nose there. He shouldn't need to chew on that bit there. There, I can't feel his nose, but he's flowing nicely. It's just a float in the rain. I don't want to have a complete rein like this yet, maybe one day, because then when he gets stuck, there's too far to take the slack out of it. But that rein weighs the same whether that big bubble's in there or not. So when I want him to start backing his arc, I'm going to tip his head slightly to the right. My right leg goes back. My left leg goes forward. And he wants to bring the front a little too much. So if he continues to do that, I might block that front over here until that hind steps over there. And then release. Then I want him to liven up. He wasn't ready that time. Come on. You want it to get subtle, but I want it to get timely first. If I can't get it timely, if we were showing, we'd just go with what we had and maybe we'd be a little late. But I want those transitions, 3, 2, 1. See, he felt his way up. I had to actually block him. That's what I want. I want him to feel his way up there, where it doesn't take a big sharp spur. And of course, a light spur would replace a firm leg for sure. But while I'm teaching, I'd rather have the movement, and he needs to get used to seeing stuff move around, so that's all a beneficial part of it. So there he got soft, but it didn't come out the feet. But I'm going to reward just the softness a time or two, and then pretty soon I'll draw that softness till it comes out the feet. But I don't want him leaning on my hand there. Right leg back, left leg forward now. And I'll look kind of slightly over behind my right shoulder there, because that's where I'm heading. Good. Whoop, he finished kind of bringing that front through, so I'm going to take him on back a little bit. He quit backing, in other words, to bring that front through. If he rolled his hind there, just his hind, and not his front, but I need him off my hand there. Off my hand there. Don't want to back him. There, got light. Now we'll go straight. Good. I'm going to change my coil. Now I'm going to change legs. My left leg's going to come back. My right leg's going to come forward. And we'll get slight left bend. Lean it out. There. Good. Now we'll see if he can. Late coming out of the hole. Get ready. Stop. Good. We'll get started straight. Left flexion. Left leg back, right leg forward. There's the arc, but it's not flowing yet. There, it's flowing. Good. We'll release. And life coming out. When he can bring that life up kind of coming out, we'll break on the exercise, but I want him to liven up coming up out of that. And sometimes we'll just do kind of burst, and other times we'll kind of take him on a little trip here. So he's kind of been stopping there, so I'm not going to stop in here. He started thinking stop, starting to think stop. I'm going to think stop out here. So he felt me thinking about it, which is good. We'll roll left arc. Want a little more flow. Keep rolling. Fix, release. Fix, release. There's some flow. Good. We'll settle. Get going. See, he's thinking of the dog. He needs to think about our job. See, one day that might be me tangled up in a rope or something. I need him to get ready quicker. He doesn't really even have to roll out of that hole at this earlier stage. He just needs to think about getting ready quicker. We'll go the other way. Right leg back, left leg forward. Come on, life in your feet. Don't get stuck. There, ease off. We'll flow backwards. I want a little more hind there. There we go. Good. We'll let the feet stop. There. But at least he thought walk off, but the life wasn't up on the surface, so it still had to kind of ask with a little more than what I wanted there to get him going. I want the shoulder coming over a little more. Stay forward. There you go. Good. The shoulder coming over. Good, that's better. Good. And, you know, it's a little bit more level, where before we were rolling him forward and out of that hole. Now he's got to shift gears from kind of reverse here. There, the arc got good. To rolling off. Ah, there's a good one. Good. And we'll go on a little trip. And that would be a decent place to stop the exercise and go on with our ride some. So again, we kind of pick some of these, like we said yesterday. Some days we just enjoy the ride. Other days we pick a few of these exercises for the horse to work at. We don't want to make it too difficult. We don't always want to be training on them. And we always want to finish the ride with just a nice, easy ride. It doesn't mean that sometimes during the ride they don't kind of get sticky again and we have to go back to it. And maybe it takes a while when we go back to it. I wouldn't quit it with it stuck there. But I don't want to really, when it starts to get better, I don't want to kind of stay on that subject until he goes, oh, maybe that's not the right answer there, to liven up out of the stop and he tries something else. So we want to reward that smallest change with that smallest try. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy the journey. We'll catch you on the next one.